Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Uplift Greg, Mayor of Chicken Ka, and what I'm doing right now is I'm going to be sharing this YouTube video out to several places. So bear with me while I get that sorted out. I want to get an audience in, and I'm working alone this morning, so I don't have anybody to wrangle links and stuff. So give me a second to share this to Telegram, and let's see. Where else we want to share? We probably want to put it on Discord. See if I can remember how to do that. In the announcements thread, that would seem like the right place. Sorry, guys. This is the thing that I always say, which is I don't use Discord very much, and I'm useless at it. So give me a moment to make sure I can find the right place here. Server rules, back office, core team giveaways. Now I can't find the announcements tab. Isn't that funny? Okay, I'm going to drop it in the chat room on Discord. Boom, there it is. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of time this morning, and we're going to lay out. How to find your plot. We had a lot of questions about this yesterday. Rightfully so. It's not a thing that anybody had ever done before with this connection. So, and the funny thing is, I'm new to crypto. I'm new to NFTs. I'm old to Minecraft. But the two things, there's places that overlap and don't easily overlap. So we're going to work on some of that today. A couple of things I want to say before we get into sort of the instructional part of this is one of the things that we saw happen a lot yesterday is when you clicked the unpack button for your rail key, the NFT disappeared and the rail didn't appear. And that happened throughout the day. Laugh Track 11, one of the OGs, she had that problem first thing in the morning. And it took about 15, 20 minutes for hers to show up. What happens is it goes back into the queue. And if you go back to the screen that the Uplift page launched you to, it will say you have unopened packs or NFTs. And in red letters, you click on that, and then they should show up. Some people have been telling me refreshing their browser cache or trying a different browser worked. But none of those that have disappeared like that have been forever lost. They've all shown back up. So that's the good news. It's just going to take some time. Some of them I was seeing late last night were taking 2.5 to 3 hours, which you'd think late at night the traffic wouldn't be as heavy. But as we understand it, the Atomic Hub random number generator had a really rough day yesterday, and it needed several breaks to catch itself up. A lot of demand. Not just us, there were other things going on, but we like to think that we melted the servers at Atomic Hub because we're just that incredible. So anyway, that's the one thing I wanted to tell you. But the most common problem that we had yesterday with people who could not find their plot, were very frustrated, was that they were on the wrong map. And that's a really simple thing for us to work out. So I'm going to show you some stuff to help with that. So let me get a couple of things open here. I'm really, 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 really prepared for class today. I'm going to pull up a screen cap. And there's nothing personal on this, so I'm not worried about this person's anonymity or anything like that, or their security. This is exactly how this happened. Somebody is wandering around, lost in the world for hours last night, unable to find their plot. They're at the coordinates. There's no railroad there. They see other buildings, but they don't see any railroad. Well, that's actually. That's a good sign that you're in the wrong map, and it can easily show you how that is going to happen. But first thing is, this is from the NFTs themselves. I want you to look at a couple of things. It says Uplift World Rail Key Genesis Edition. I am screen sharing. Are you not seeing the screen? Ginny? Talk to me, Ginny. Yeah, I'm sure the screen is sharing now because yeah, there it is. Right on. I can see it on YouTube. Okay, so Uplift World Railkey Genesis Edition. That does not mean that the plot is in the Genesis map, and we understand that that's a confusing thing between the Genesis sale and the Genesis world. Okay, but I want you to look at the right side. It says World London, and the other ones that I saw, It had the Rail Genesis edition, and below that it said World. And then I haven't seen them side by side, but this is what you're looking for, is the World, not the edition. Okay, that shows you where the plot actually is. So this guy had been wandering around on the wrong map for several hours, unable to find his locations. He was very, very frustrated. And look, you can view the plot on the map. Now, that's the other thing. That's the next thing I'm going to show you guys, is the 2D map is incredibly useful for what we're talking about doing here. So let me shrink down a couple of things that are hovering in front of it. And this is the map. When you go to the map the first time, I'm going to put this in the comments. When you go to the 2D map for the first time, number one, it's going to be slow to build because it's a massive collection of images that have to be rendered for you to view. But where you're going to start on the map is you can see my icon right here. That's the cathedral where we have the Sunday service. This map is called World. It's just called World. It's the old world map. If you wait, screen share again, Greg. Yeah, you dummy. There we go. Screen share. Okay, so this is what the map will look like when you first open it. This is the old world. This is how we originally planned to lay all this out, is on one big giant map. Some of you may remember that. This was the community cluster down here. This is Chicken Ka up here, and there were other projects being developed. But that map is not now where everybody. Well, that's weird. Why did that happen? Just black the whole thing out. Let's do a refresh. There we go. That brings it back. So anyway, this map, parts of it are still in use, and so when you first open the map, that's what happens. Is you end up at the cathedral, the center point of the world. Okay, but I want you to look on the right side of the screen here. There's a pop-out. Sorry, the Uplift logo is a little bit in the way there, but there's a pop-out menu, and you can choose which map that you're going to look at. So if you go to your NFT and it says you are in the Genesis map, right? If you're in the Genesis, your plot is in the Genesis world, then you're going to click this Uplift World Genesis. If it's in London, you're going to click London. You can see that there are other server maps here, including the one we're currently on, the old world. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Genesis map. Okay, and look what happens. It's a completely different map. And so if your plot is in the Genesis map, this is the map you need to get the coordinates for. Okay, not the old map, not the London map. You need to be really clear from the NFT itself which world your rail plot is in. It could be either from this last sale, either in the Genesis world or the London world. And they were split about 2/3 for Genesis, 1/3 for London. So there's a pretty good chance you have, if you had a 10-pack, that you've got some in both worlds, and you can't find them all on the same map. You're going to have to go between maps. So the first thing you do is you get your Genesis coordinates together and go to the Genesis map. And what I want to show you here is that you will spawn into the dead center of the Genesis map. That's the spawn right there. You can see there's some people around it. Look at all the people in here today, and some cool builds taking place already. I like to see that. That makes me very happy. Who is this? That's pretty cool. See this guy. Look, this guy's got his rail plot. He's already building. He's already built a sign. You can see from space on there. I absolutely love that. That's beautiful stuff. Okay, so looking at the bigger map, the next thing I want you to see is up in the top left corner of the map screen here. You see the location as the cursor moves around. Right, the location changes. So what you can do, let's say that your plot is at, is at 1,000 by 2,000 on this map. You'll go this way until you get to 1,000, right? And you'll now know that your plot is somewhere on this north-south line, and then you'll go left until you get to. Yeah, do they go that far? They don't go 1,500. Sorry, that's as far as they go. But you see the point, right? That's how you find your coordinates on the map. Now. That's what you do. You also need to look for negative signs, minus signs, because some of these are in, I believe, in negative. No, they're not. I got that wrong too. Imagine that. But you see how you can find it now, right? So you find it on this map, and now it's a matter of traveling to that destination. Okay, and that's going to require that I open up the in-game screen and show you how to navigate from inside. So there we go. Let's see. I got some questions here. I know rewards are at stake, but hypothetically, if rails are never unboxed, is there any harm? No, there's no harm, but you're not gonna collect any rewards. If they're not unboxed, we can't really issue any rewards to you. So, and it's the rewards are not active just yet, but I will tell you that Sunday night we started seeing rewards messages in the text buffer. So they're working on that. You've moved 1,000 blocks in the Uplift London world. You've moved 1,000 blocks in the so on and so forth. So that's on the way. And if they're boxed, if you haven't unboxed them, they can't be accruing any rewards to you. If they're not linked to your account in the Uplift world, which you can only do once they're unboxed. Also, you can't get into the Uplift world if you don't unbox them. So there's that to think about as well. But let's get people in the game and building. Yeah, let's do that. I don't understand why anybody would not unbox them. I can't see any positive value in leaving them boxed up. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to in game, and when you and this is the other thing. A lot of folks, this is their first experience with Minecraft. They had not ever spawned into the world before. And when you spawn into the Uplift world for the first time, let's make sure I share the correct screen here. Where you will spawn is at the cathedral that you see in our Sunday morning gratitude service every week. This is the spawn point for the world. Now, I guess it's important that I show you what that looks like on the map. So let me. Gonna have to do this. Gonna have to do. And I know I'm not on the map yet. Just give me a sec. And let's do this again. Right. So you can see here's the spawn. You can see the cathedral is the big round building with the dome on it, right? And I'm standing right in front of it. So that's the spawn. So in game, that's where I am right now. So if I came into this world for the first time and was looking for my plot, and I was looking at the coordinates that are changing as I move my cursor around in that top left corner, I might get really confused about why I couldn't find any rail plots. Well, it's because the rail plots are not on this map. Okay, so in the game, going back to that, application window, Minecraft, share. Going back to the game, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my F3 key. Okay, my F3 key is going to show me some data that's very important. On the left-hand side here, I can't move my cursor over it. Look where it says XYZ in that left-hand column of numbers. That is the coordinates in the world that I'm currently standing in. Okay, it doesn't say I'm standing in the old world. It just says I'm standing at the coordinates minus 1260 by 67. 67 is the height, by the way, by 892. And that's where I'm standing. And I'm facing, look right below that, it says facing east. Okay, so those are two important things for you to know: where you're standing in the world and which direction you're facing. Because when you get to that spawn point, if you determine that your plot is northeast of of the spawn point, you'll want to turn yourself so you're facing north and travel that way until you get to the point where you can travel east to get to your plot. See what I mean? So that's how you use the numeric system that's in the F3 screen to determine where you are and which way you are facing in the world. But first thing is we have to change which map we're in. This is the original. It's called the old world now because we're very fancy when we name things. Oh, there's somebody here. Hey, who's that? Hey, let's say hello. Hey, it's Dr. Wayne. Dr. Wayne is like our one of our engineering staff that's making all these things work in the world. So thank you, Dr. Wayne. I feel like Merv Griffin. Oh, we got a special surprise guest dropping by the studio today. So all right, so what we're going to do now is this is the simple command that gets you to the other worlds. And the only teleports that are available now are teleports between the worlds. Okay, so you got /MV multiverse TP teleport /MVTP, and then the name of the world you want to go to. That's the name of the world that's on your NFT. Since since we're going to go look for a position in the Genesis world, MVTP Genesis. Boom, that teleports us to the NWA 92 sign. Which that's the hilarious part is when I saw the sign the first day, I was like, "Wait, somebody's a big NWA fan." But that's not what it says. It's the spawn for the It's the spawn for the Genesis world. So where we are on the map, and we're going to do that again. We're going to go back and show the map. What the heck? Did it close? Sorry, guys. This is a little weird to try and do this all by myself with no support cast. All right, so this is the old map. Now we just teleported ourselves to the Genesis map. So we're going to come over to this right-hand side bar. We're going to scoot up a little bit until we can see Genesis, and we're going to click on that map, and that's going to reload the map in the world that we want to be in. Look at all the cool stuff going on, and you can see that I have spawned right into the dead center of the Genesis world map. That's where I am currently standing. So if I know that my plot is at my rail plot is at, let's just say, for grins and giggles, 1200 by 2500. Okay, and I know that I'm standing at 2500 by 2500. I'm on the same east-west now. So I just have to travel this way until the number matches, and I found my plot. And that's how you're going to do that. In the game, you are going to just go that direction. Now, if you're in Genesis, there's a couple of things that you should know. Let's see. My facing direction now is south. That's not where I want to go. I want to go west because that's the direction in which my my plot lie. So we can ride the rails if we so choose. As you can see, they are right there. You basically just put a minecart on them and go. In the Genesis world, you can fly because you're in creative mode. So you can fly and you can bump your control key while flying, and you will go faster. So look at the number on the right. That's not sharing, is it? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's go back and do that again. Let's go back and do that again. Okay, so from spawn. Yeah, sorry, guys. Josh, I'm just not used to having to do this by myself. I keep forgetting to share the screen. I have two massive screens up in front of me, and I forget sometimes everybody can see them. So from spawn, we are looking for 2500 by 2500. So we're at 2500X and at 2500Z. We're looking for 25 by 200. So we're going to face west because we saw on the map that that's the direction we want to go. And look at the X number falling. Okay. So we're going to fly west until we get to 2200. Notice that the right-hand number, which is the Z coordinate, is not changing. That's because we're flying along the east-west axis. Oh, I've just passed it. So 2200, this is the plot we were looking for, 22 by 2500. There it is. Oh, hey, I got a visitor. TBNRC case, TBNR case. So there you go. That's how you find your plot. Basically, use the XY coordinates that are on the NFT itself. Use the map name that is on the NFT itself, and then in the 2D map you can locate it, and then in the game you can see your XYZ coordinates by toggling off the F3 button to find out where you are. Look at all the people that are on the server right now. This is pretty remarkable to me. So this guy's plot. I think he's no, he's not. Yeah, he's building. So this is his plot. And as you can see, like if you guys haven't seen one of these before, it's 50 by 50. So from this double 4 high pylon there to this double 4 high pylon there and across, they're a little wider than the rail itself. You can see that it brought some dirt with it when we transferred it in from wherever we transferred it from. Underneath it, well, he's kind of unlucky because does he have any ground at all there? Yeah, no, he's going to have no land under his. Well, no, he's got a little bit of land on this side, so he'll be able to harvest a little bit of dirt. That's how you'll plant crops to grow food. Once you have crops growing, you can propagate them, things like that. So this is a real plot, and I just showed you how to find it. Yeah. Double press the space bar, Al, in creative mode, which you only have in the Genesis world. In London, it's walking and rail only, and we're going to talk about that for a second. There's been some, when are we going to get teleport back? We're not. Teleport's not coming back. And this is the reason why. If you're moving across the rail, you're going to be earning some wax, and so are the people that own the rail. In fact, using the rail and road beds, there's a bonus multiplier. If you fly across country, you still earn wax. The person whose land you're flying over still earns wax. but there's a multiplier if you use the rail and road system. Why? Because we want you to explore and wander around the world. We want you to be a little lost and finding new things. You guys, if you've watched our videos all the time, we're like, oh my God, when did that get built? Because it's huge, and getting around in it takes some time. In London, in the survival world, it's no teleporting at all, meaning you're going to have to get on the rail and walk and make long journeys. And in those worlds, you can also die if you don't have food. So we're working out ways to get you guys some safe shacks that have some food and things in them for your first walk or ride out to your plot. But we encourage you to take the rail and roads because we want you to see other stuff. We want you to encounter other players. Playing in a Minecraft world with no other players in it is okay, but it's really cool when you come across someone that's doing their thing and you find an amazing build along the track somewhere. We just really want you to experience as much of this as you can by getting on the rails and going and seeing stuff. Oh, look, he's now this is really smart. See, he knows he doesn't have any extra materials, so he's actually taking some of the roadbed up to build, and that's okay as long as he leaves an unimpeded path from one end of the plot to the other, and as long as he doesn't take the rail and make it go in weird directions, some convoluted circles. This is absolutely fine. Now, I would warn him he wants to build a fence around that if he can to make sure that people can't wander in the hole and drown. But in creative mode, it doesn't really matter, right? As long as you leave a walking path unimpeded all the way through the plot and you leave the rail unmolested and undiverted, you should be fine. So what we want you to know is this is we're not making many rules about rail usage. One of them is if you impede that rail flow and we warn you about it and you don't change it, we're going to kick you out of the game. And then you have an NFT and nothing else, right? So you want to think about very carefully what you're doing when you're gonna change the rail in any way. I would say that one of the things you need to make sure of is if you do bump a rail section and it pops up, you destroy it, you need to put it right back, right? If I do that, oh my gosh, I've now damaged the rail. I need to go into my inventory and find it and put that rail back right away. All the rail that you're going to find in these worlds is redstone rail. So you can see it lit right back up because of the redstone torch near it. If you destroy the torches and the rail goes dead, you are responsible for putting those redstone torches back and making sure that the railroad works correctly. Other than that, the space is yours. Build whatever you want on it. Do cool stuff. Make signs that are visible from space. Let's see. I was trying to decide if I could fly along one of these and find something interesting to show you guys. Who's got cool stuff going on? I could just actually. Oh, I see a couple of things built already. Let's see. Let's go to that one. 2000 by 4050. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. So somebody's gotten very busy on the rail plot already. Where did he get all? Oh, well, this is creative mode, so he got all the sea lanterns out of the creative inventory. Wow. So these guys are building some big stuff here. Look, that's going to go all the way to the sky build limit. That's the thing. The rail plots may only be 50 by 50, but you can fly. You can fly higher. You can build all the way to 255 in the sky and minus or down to 0 or thereabouts in the under it. As long as you don't impede rail travel, as long as you leave a walking path, you're good to go. Look, he built himself a little safety house. Probably did not know that there's no mobs in the creative world. But yeah, now look how that made it dark in here. Made it like it's going to be like an interior space, like in a building. So that's pretty cool. Look at this. Yeah, lots of people are starting to build on their rail plots, and they're building big. I kind of like that. I think it's going to be really interesting over time. So there you go. That's a quick walkthrough how to unbox the NFT. Once it's unboxed, how to find your location in the world. I unboxed 10 rails last night. Will we see them in Atomic Hub at all? Since they're NFTs, yeah, they should land back in your inventory, each of them individually, and it will have the coordinates and which world it's in on it. That's what I've been here to explain today, is how to find that on the NFT and use those coordinates and that information to find yourself. So the key points that I'm trying to make here is the information for the world your NFT is in, your rail plot is in, and the coordinates in that world are right on the NFT. So as long as you have those numbers, Then you go into the Minecraft world, get yourself on the correct map. If you spawn into the world for the first time at the cathedral, that is not where your rail is. You're going to have to do the forward MVTP, multiverse teleport, and then the name of the world, Genesis or London, and that will teleport you to the central hub in that world. And from there, you can walk out or ride out to your location. And if you're in a creative world like Genesis, you can fly. As Brad says, Brad Baker says 2850 by 3500. How far am I from that? Let's see. Going the right way, going the wrong way. So now I'm flying that direction. I'm flying towards the coordinates he gave me there. This next crossroad should be the correct east-west. Here, I'll fly a little faster. There. Okay, so you know that these are on the whole numbers. So this will be, look, you can see it counting down 3609, 36. So we should get to 3500 right as we get to the middle of this. Right there you go. So now we're on the 3500. We're going to go up to 2850, and we're going to look at Brad Baker's plot since we're on here. Let's do that. You can see the left-hand number now climbing, 23, 2350. So we got to go 500 more blocks this way. $300 more blocks. See how that works? Those intersections are on the zeros and 50s, or zeros and 500s. 2700. Oh, wow. What is that? Oh, dude. Yeah. Look at that. He's got stuff built right here in the middle of the plot. That's looking sharp, buddy. This is a gratitude. It's a gratitude monument. So guess what Greg has to do? Nice. There you go. Grateful for pioneers and uplift believers like Brad. Thank you, Brad, very much. Thank you very, very much for inviting me to see that. That's cool. I like what you did with the arches over here. That looks really cool, man. Done anything underneath yet? Yeah, look at that. Oh, he's already got like flower gardens and stuff going on. Look at this. He's got the man. You're getting it done. This is somebody who's been playing Minecraft for a minute. All right, that is beautiful, dude. Absolutely beautiful. Authorized personnel only. I kind of want to see. Oh, that's all the redstone for the flashing lights. Nice, man. Yeah, I don't know. Is this somebody? I don't know who this is over here, but that's pretty awesome. Now, remember, there's some of the things you're going to see. You're going to go, how come I can't get on my land yet? These are the project builders from the community cluster. These usually represent somebody's venture in that way. That's who's been in the game all this time that you guys haven't been able to get in, is people building these amazing things. This looks like Clash Dome to me. Maybe. I don't know. Clash Dome was building an arena. I should probably look at the map and see where I am. Arch Clash Dome. Yeah, I got it right. There we go. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show you guys today. Check for the coordinates and the make sure you have which world you're in from the NFT, and go to that map on the 2D map. Remember that I showed you. We're going to show it again. I just want to make sure we hit this several times. When you look at the map, you are looking for the pop out on the side here. And if you got rail keys unlocked this week, they're either in the Genesis world or they're in the London world. That's the only two maps where rail was distributed this week. So you are in one of those two maps, and you cannot find the coordinates if you're in the wrong map in the game. So once you're in the game, you'll use that MVTP command. MVTP Genesis or MVTP Londum, and you can go to the other world. Now, if you have, both of those worlds are open to you. So even if you don't have a land in Londum, you can get in there and look around. I will warn you, it's a survival world. You could fall off stuff and die. You could burn in lava. You could starve to death. And mobs will be turned back on. Eventually, they're off right now. I think that was an oversight yesterday, and Dr. Wayne is aware of it. As you can see, he's in the game making changes today. So make sure that you, this is a YOLO. It does. It's the YOLO Yeet Yourself Tower is what this is over here. It looks like. Yeah, that's pretty neat. There you go. All right, guys. Yeah, Multiverse Teleport, MVTP. That's what it stands for. The name of the world behind it, and you're good to go. That's going to do it for me. I just wanted to jump in and make sure that you guys could see, how to get around. If I'm in the Telegram thread, I'll tell you, I answered 15 hours worth of questions yesterday, and my brain is mush today. But if you catch me in the game and you have a question, ask away. I also want to remind you that there are other people in the team that can help you. Kawi Mota and Raul Brita both are answering questions and helping people get settled in. If you see any of the OG around, like Zestra or Sue FG or even Laugh Track, make sure you ask them. And I will let you know that sometimes we end up staying with our character in the game, but we aren't actively in the game because we're doing other things as well. So if you ask us a question and you can't get us in the comments, hit us on Telegram and let us know what it is you need, and we'll do our best to answer those questions for you. So that's it for now. I am Uplift Greg, and this has been a little tour of how to get yourself situated and oriented in the maps and in the world. We want you in there and happy and building, not wandering and suffering. I will remind you that the walking is part of the thing. That the walking and getting around in Minecraft is the thing. The reason we built all these railroads is because we got tired, right? So use the railroads, put a rail car on them, and truck yourself out there. About every 500 blocks, you'll have to stop and pick up your rail car and do it again to put it on a different track. But it's beautiful, and you're going past some amazing things in the Genesis world. More and more that's going to happen in London. Once we start letting people build on their 50 by 50 plots, that's going to go nuts in there. So we're super excited to have more people in this world. When I started this server, I turned the key that turned it on, and it was weeks at a time where it was either just me or Corey, or me and Corey and one or two other people. And that went on for months and months and months. And when we really started to flourish, when Uplift came to town and bought into the idea of what we were doing and showed us the win-win-win economy for art and development, I couldn't be more happy. Whenever I hit the tab key in game and I see 20, 30, 40 people in the game and all those different icons that represent their skins, I'm super excited about that. And we all are. And we can't wait for you guys to be in, especially in the survival worlds, helping us create an economy. If your rail plot doesn't have any some things you need, we have those things, and we'll be happy to trade. And for the first few weeks here, we're going to be giving away some stuff because we want everybody to be in and functioning in the game and doing their best. We're not going to give you everything, but if you have a specific need for something, like you don't have any wood, we'll do what we can to get you some saplings to show you how to grow trees. There you go. Yeah, you've hit P in the game. Is that right? I'll be damned. I didn't know that. You can also hit your tab key, and it shows a list of players in the game with their icons. And that will eventually, I think, become a scoreboard so people can see competitive things and rewards and stuff like that. I don't know why my phone is ringing. That's not supposed to do that when I'm doing a thing. Anyway, that's going to do it. I just wanted to show you guys that basic thing. I'm going to be doing more of these. I'm going to do one every Monday now with Brad from Top Shot Jungle. He and I are going to do a new lesson every Monday where we're going to build a little something to show you how automated farms, redstone contraptions, how to feather mine for gold efficiently, or mine for diamonds efficiently. If we can find some villagers somewhere on his plot, we'll do some villager trade up to show you guys how all that works. So I'm doing that. And also, I guess Left House is going to have either Corey or I on once a week for an Uplift update. And of course, every morning on the Uplifters channel, yes, it said Spam Risk, because my buddy Spam Risk is who was calling me. He's a great guy. Went to high school with him. He played football. Anyway, that's going to do it. Also, yeah, every morning, don't forget, Jimmy and Corey do a show, and often these days it's focused on the Uplift and people who have projects in the world. So there's a lot of information on YouTube. We are mostly on the Telegram channel. There is a Discord presence, but the frank truth is Corey and I both are just terrible at using the tools available to us in Discord. and we hope to get better. So that's it for me. I'm Uplift Greg. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the I'll see you in the cubic space of the Minecraft world. Love you. Bye.